Hey, shalom, shalom. This is just going to be a quick hit, but before I begin, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashum, Yahushua, Ba'ashum, Rukah, Wadash, the bonds of the apostles, the bonds of the elders, at Great Millstone, who rule well, the taught me this truth. Much respect to you brothers out there to preach his word and truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of earth. The tabernacle of David is being risen up right before your very eyes, the hopeful elect and the speckled bird to you. I say shalom. Let's get into this lesson. Once again, it's a quick hit. I'm gonna play part of the brother's video, but before I play the brother's video, go ahead and get these scriptures, man, because it's this new plague, the hantavirus. It could end up being something. Could end up being another scamdemic. Right? So stay vigilant, stay prayed up, keep doing the work of the Lord, and Yahweh Razah, right? You'll have that protection, right? Let me get this scripture real quick. This is Psalms 91 verse 10. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come near thy dwelling, right? And that's only going to happen if you're doing the work of the Lord. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing, right? And ultimately, you're of the elect, right? The Lord is going to take care of his men. As the scriptures say, the Lord loveth judgment, right? But just roughly paraphrasing, the Lord loveth judgment, but has protection over his saints. Just roughly paraphrasing that scripture, man. And if you want that protection, that covering cast, right? That tawah, as you read in Ezekiel 9 and verse 4, if I'm not mistaken, right? That spiritual mark of exemption, which we're going to need, right? You got to do the work, right? Do what you're supposed to be doing. This is not a game, Jake. You know, you got too many, you got men in here, supposedly men in here, that's playing games. You've been given this beautiful gift and you playing games with it, man. Right? So yeah, this new thing, right? Well, it ain't a new plague, but how it's going about, right, can end up being something. And as, the spirit of Esau Edom, and getting closer and closer to the MOTB, he can use things like this to get the people to take that MOTB, right? The first, right, the first plague, I'm gonna just say it like that, the C-19, right, the jump C-19, right? That was just a test run. And now we're gonna get closer and closer to the real run, right? Get this right here, Matthew 24, verse 3, and he sat upon the Mount of Olives. The disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? You see, the disciples were inquiring, what's the end of this age? What's the end of this world, man? Right? Meaning the end of this kingdom. What's going to happen? And check this, Jake. We're at the end of this man's kingdom, right? End of the age, end of this man's kingdom, man. And we seeing all these things come to pass, right? I'm getting ahead of myself, but we seeing all these things come to pass, man, right? As we read verse 4, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, right? Because they're going to come with the MOTB, right? And they first came with the jump shot, right? And they may end up coming with another jump shot. And ultimately, that's going to lead up to the MOTB. Don't let these people deceive you, what the scriptures say, right? Never trust thine enemy, right? Just as iron rust, you leave iron out. The only thing that can destroy iron is really itself, right? So as you leave iron out, it's going to rust. You don't take care of it, it's going to rust. So is this man's wickedness, right? For many shall come in my name, saying, I am a Mashiach, and deceive many. There's so many men and Jakes has done this, all right? Right? If the spirit is dealing with you, you can call it out. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, right? What's happening right now, right? The war over there. And the Strait of Tammuz, right? You got the Chosenites over there fighting in Palestine, stealing people's homes, you know. Got earthquakes. It's like you're getting ahead of myself. But yeah, you got wars and rumors of wars happening. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So yeah, the end is not yet, right? For nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, pestilence. This is a pestilence, man. Famines, right? The war over there in the Strait of Hormuz can cause a famine, right? This is a pestilence, right? Don't be surprised this man ends up bringing it into a lab and having it spread across the whole world, man. And earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows, right? The birthing pains, man. The people's already feeling it, but it's coming a time there where they really gonna feel it. But check this, his elect is gonna be good. Let me get a couple more, and like I said, I'll go ahead and play the brother's video. Revelation 18 and verse 4, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and ye receive not of her plagues. The ultimate plague is the nuclear missile, man, the ICBM missiles. But if you don't want to die from these pestilence and plagues, as brothers had dreams about, I had dreams about as well, right, of these plagues hitting, pretty much similar to almost like a zombie plague, right? If you don't want to get caught up in that, over here eating man's flesh, right? You better be doing what you're supposed to be doing, right? Right? And it goes on, you know, as you read on down. And the Lord has remembered Eve's sins, and we're coming to the time where this man is going to have to pay for what he has done to our people and the whole world, right? This man has to pay for what he has done, right? Matter of fact, I'm going to get this right here, Proverbs 4 and verse 16. For they sleep not except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. Like, I'm over here at this part. And earlier when I was about to start this video, you know, he had some people sit right beside me. I'm like, man, this ain't nothing but Satan, man. But yeah, going back to it, man. This is the spirit of Esau Edom, man. Right? He loves bloodshed. He loves wickedness. He loves violence, and he's going to turn up. Right? Revelation 22 and verse 18. For I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book, if any man shall add unto these things, right? This man has added unto the Bible. He has taken away from the Bible. He essentially has marked himself, right? Power shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. So this man's going to have to face it, man. Right now, he can be utilizing these plagues and, you know, being a mad scientist and taking them and amplifying them. But as me, it's like as the brothers and I believe, you know, this man's, hey, it's gonna get out of control, man. It's gonna get out of control, out of his hands, man. So, you know, this man's gonna have to face it, right? But anyways, getting to it, yeah. This man has ultimately marked himself, and we of those men we be of the first fruits, the first trip, the first going around, and see the downfall of this man, right? Because this man must be taken out of power. So yeah, without further ado, I'm play this brother's video, and Yahweh, this has been an edifying lesson. Shalom.
Story about this hand of ours.
That was in the room. So that was my dream I had. I had a dream that an outbreak happened. And when this outbreak happened, America was forcing people to get that vaccine, another vaccine. And in the dream, they was using AI to make sure that people was getting it. It's like it was a machine, like a robot like thing going around, making sure that people was getting it. And then I had another dream that our phones was being used. The cameras and the microphone. The camera and the microphone was being used to take pictures and to report to the authorities and to the police department, whoever was in charge, to show who was not getting the vaccine. I'm gonna call it the vaccine since they always trying to control our speech. But the vaccine, the camera on the phone and the audio, the microphone was recording to show the people in power who was getting it and who wasn't getting it. Like it would have the phone would just cut on and start recording and taking pictures of the people that was in the room. So that was my dream I had.
Now remember, let's go and let this play.
We are now learning that the hantavirus is able to spread from person to person. That is alarming by itself. But then you factor in that some countries are already preparing to lock down if this turns into a somewhat of an escalating event. But the United States is concerned because in 1 month, the United States, Canada, and Mexico will all be hosting or co-hosting the FIFA World Cup, where we are going to see millions of people traveling around. We are expecting to see millions of people enter into the United States to see some of these games. This right here could be alarming, but watch this.
We're learning that potentially deadly infection on a cruise ship off West Africa can be spread from person to person. The last 3 passengers thought to have the strain of hantavirus were evacuated overnight. We're also told another person who left the ship days ago is being treated for the virus in Switzerland.
The 3 remaining passengers showing symptoms possibly linked to the deadly hantavirus.
So a person left the ship in Switzerland and now they're being treated. So where did they go at in Switzerland? How many different places did they go? See that?
Were evacuated by boat from the MV Hondius.
Yeah, they were evacuated. You want to see? Look at this.
Come. Bring it.
Some of these locations where these patients are being flown to and evacuated to, they're extremely concerned. They are actually protesting against this. Why would their governments allow this to happen? Why would you want that virus in your country or in your city? But I want to show you something, okay? First, look at this right here. It says 3 evacuated from hantavirus cruise ship as Spain says it will dock in Canary Islands despite local opposition. Okay, I want to play this clip for you. This is the Canary Island president, Fernando Clavijo. Okay, listen to what he has to say, or, well, what's translated.
Neither the people of the Canary Islands nor the Canary Islands government can rest easy because the risk to the Canarian population is clearly very real. We do not know the condition of the passengers or how many have been infected. We also do not understand why, if they are to be evacuated by a medical aircraft, why this is not being done from Pereira Airport. We also wonder why, if it is anchored in a Cape Verde port, why does it have to be moved to the Canary Islands, a 3-day voyage away, when the condition of the passengers is unknown?
Yeah, a lot of questions here. A lot of questions, okay?
Now ask yourself, why do they have to be moved? Remember when the Big C was floating around and people was on cruise ships, they left their ass out in the middle of the water for like 2 or 3 months. Okay, so why do this need to be moved? Why? Because they're up to something, like we always tell you. All right. This just came across my feed. Health officials concern worst case scenario on rat virus cruise. See, just came across my feed. Let's see what it says. Health officials confirm worst case scenario on rat virus cruise. Okay, yeah, well, we know it can be transmitted person to person. But let me see what they're talking about.